Overall, this movie kept my interest the entire time, even once it started to drag and lose its plot, but this movie had me thinking about things several days after watching it. The lead female actress, I don't know her name and I'm not bothering to look it up, is very good. I first saw her in Heretic, and she stuck out to me then. In Companion, she is a little more dynamic of a character, even if, according to the plot, she shouldn't be. I like the color choices throughout this flick as well. Some things drag and some things are too obvious. There are a couple of things that are straight up lazy, in my opinion. But the concept, the idea of being in this reality and asking myself, what would I do if this were me, is infinitely terrifying, but also a curious wonder. What's wild about this film is the bad guy isn't really that bad, at least from what we can gather. And I wonder if that was intentional or just my interpretation, because while there is an element of showing true colors, the catalyst was the evil inside of another person. The other person turned out to be deceitful to everyone, betraying relationships on all levels for an obvious reason on the surface. But why? What was the plan there? One could express quite a bit of derision to every single person in this film. Is this all written with the intent to be interpreted the way I am doing right now? Because Companion shows how disgusting, selfish, and detached from reality we as humans can be, especially when instincts are challenged. Is that evil or is it survival? But as big of a follower and fan I am of sci-fi and the potential practical application of interplanetary travel and advancing humanity and routinely stay up to date with these things, I have never thought of a planet that evolved from humans to AI, exclusively AI. I mean, Transformers and the Matrix, they are one thing, but I never thought about like a human-like race of AI. Forget jobs being replaced by AI. What about all of humanity, where only a few thousand of us exist and AI forms that look, feel, rationalize, and emote just like us are the majority, the dominant species, partying, and having conversations with a pet human in the backyard, staring at the stars wondering what is different about them and why they can't go inside with the owner and their friends. They look just alike. What if they collectively decided through math, the opinion I just gave, that we are disgusting and beneath? Very easy to brush it off if you want to be lazy, but for me, it's really troubling to think about. This would be something so far past the Matrix universe, not a simulation, or maybe a simulation, but a simulation that has simulated humans and evolved past us, and now simulating AI in human form because whatever is operating the simulation is the true AI. This movie takes a very real peek into the future, in my opinion. I do believe we will see this type of insanity in my lifetime.
I would like to think we are able to control ourselves and
Not get ahead of our skis, but aren't we already past them? Companion is a movie that can be watched as background, or you can invest in it and have so many takeaways from it. That's if you feel like thinking. Again, I don't know what was intentional and what wasn't, but the movie is about bad actors, not the actors doing their jobs. I mean, bad actors in society, selfishness, entitlement, and deceit. Even the not ones. Best way I can put it, I guess. There. But there is one person here that is just an absolute piece of shit. That is the entire cause of all this going down the way it did. And it's not who you expect, even after watching it. It took me a little bit to come to the conclusions I have and be so agitated by them. So be sure and pay attention when you're watching. And be careful who you let into your house.
We're leaving.